This policy case study related to the work of Bridge and MindSport for All is a very challenging case, as it involves trying to engage with policy outside the Bridge world. How do we try to get Bridge recognised as a way to tackle social isolation and loneliness, for example? We have a 3-page policy briefing on the university website if you're interested, and that's where we link BAMSA research to 2 key Scottish policies. A Connected Scotland, the Scottish Government's national strategy to tackle isolation and loneliness and build stronger social connections. And the second policy is A Fairer Scotland for Older People. This is a framework developed to challenge the inequalities older people face as they age, including the promotion of activities that give older people the opportunity to remain engaged in their communities alongside activities that bring different generations together. BAMSA's first direct contact with a non-Bridge policymaker was in September 2021, when a local member of Scottish Parliament, Alexander Stewart, visited the University of Stirling, and we were able to meet him and present the BAMSA work on tackling the issue of social isolation and loneliness through technology. Alexander Stewart is the Scottish Conservative Shadow Minister for Equalities and Older People. So we showed him briefly how to play bridge and got him playing, and then we gave a short presentation to him. I presented some findings from our research, which shows that, as well as being mentally challenging, bridge is a very social game and is often described as having a positive effect on well-being. For example, in our Bridging Wellbeing project, we carried out a survey with 7,000 bridge players, and we compared their responses to 10,000 non-bridge players. The key finding was that bridge players have subjectively higher levels of well-being than those who don't play. As I'm sure you all know, loneliness around the world is increasingly becoming recognised as a serious social and health problem. During the pandemic, loneliness amongst all generations has grown. Our Bridging COVID project has shown that bridge as a leisure activity has been a crucial means for many to stay connected and well during the pandemic. As can be seen here in this photo, bridge players remain connected via playing platforms online that combine audio and video as well as playing the game. Many have referred to it as a lifesaver. Our study captures the positive pandemic story of the link between digital bridge, ageing well, and community connection, showing that playing bridge has positive outcomes for mental health and well-being. As bridge clubs closed around the world during lockdown and the MindSport shifted online, many players were supported to become digitally literate for the first time. Our study shows that many 80-year-olds who had never used a computer before are now playing bridge online. The most positive change I've seen is in the ability of elder people to adapt to technology when they're forced to, said one of our participants. Over 50 of the golf club members are now playing bridge regularly on Bridge Pace online, average age 65-70, oldest well over 80. One of the members has started up an online league. They are using Zoom for meetings, lessons and social bridge. And as another said, members have increased their camaraderie and social interaction, albeit online. So digital bridge is now here to stay and will continue post-lockdown, enabling players at risk or those with reduced mobility to stay engaged and connected. There's going to be hybrid games where some play live at bridge clubs in person, whilst others are playing at home in the same event in, for example, their bedrooms. Our research shows then how players develop transferable life skills at the bridge table, such as empathy and cooperation, by working on their partnership interactions. We have another research project on bridge in schools, which is demonstrating the development of life skills at the table, including decision-making, problem-solving, coping with mistakes, and managing relationships. Bridge is played by people of all ages and encourages the building of intergenerational connections. We saw this was strengthened during the pandemic when grandparents used their new digital skills to play bridge online with their grandchildren. And families often play together both face-to-face bridge and online digital bridge. And that can enhance then communication and the building of relationships across generations. So the steps we've done so far to engage with Scottish policy are we started out with our research project on bridging COVID to help build an evidence base to illustrate the diverse benefits of bridge and how it contributes to healthy ageing and well-being. We prepared this brief policy briefing for the visit by the Shadow Minister, so he had something to take away. And then we introduced him to local players and to the game, and he seemed to enjoy his visit and said we should come to the Scottish Parliament and do a similar presentation there. Then Omicron hit, and we haven't yet been able to follow that up. We also developed a press release, and the university distributed a press release that went out to all bridge organisations around the world. It was picked up by local press, and it also appeared on the BAMSA website and on social media. So whilst we speak to Scottish policies, how can we get bridge embedded as one of the tools that enables the Scottish Government to reduce social isolation and loneliness? It's not necessarily about changing policy, but getting MindSports recognised as a way of enabling older people to become more socially and digitally connected. Thank you.